It's late October, today's day one. I have a couple cameras that I've kind of spread throughout so I have an idea of what kind of deer are in the area. But really there's a lot of gaps I'm trying to fill in just with boots on the ground right now. A lot of this stuff I've scouted in the early spring. Some of it I haven't. But I've already been finding quite a bit of good rut sign. I made one attempt at a hunt in here about a week ago. Got in and had one of those nice bucks just right out of range and just right after shooting light, but it was close. We got a similar wind today, and so for the afternoon I'm going to work my way back up there, see if I can't slip a little bit closer to where I think that deer might be bedding, and then set up for the afternoon, possibly tomorrow morning as well. As you can see, it's a little later in the afternoon. Just got a couple hours left. I took about an hour to get up into here. And there's a trail with a scrape line that's fresh. Rained yesterday, big tracks in it from last night. Coming back this way, I've got a big clear cut up in front of me. And I think one of those bucks spatted in and around somewhere in that clear cut. I'll have good shooting off to my right. If a deer comes off to my left, that'll be a little bit more challenging. I'll just have to pick my time and try and spin around and shoot up over this log. But that one key trail comes right up to the right here at about 8 yards. So I'm hoping that's what that deer does. Meh. Meh. I figured he was bedding up here, 60, 80, probably 80 yards away. Had one 3-pointer come through, got footage of him. The last time I was in here, that buck sounded like it came down from that way. So I'm sitting here, and I can hear footsteps coming from behind me, same direction I walked in on. And obviously I can't move because deer's coming in right behind me, so I didn't reach over to turn the camera on, just froze looking out the side of my eye. And it's the buck. 4 yards. And I stood here like a statue, had no idea I was here. And he walked, and he curled right around this root ball. 6 yards. As soon as he got behind that root ball, I got my bow, turned around, turned the 360 camera on, drew back, pulled my face mask down. And I tried to stop him twice, but he was so hard quartering away. I just wasn't going to take that shot. Can't believe that he walked right in on my scent trail. I thought he was going to do that exact thing, but the opposite direction. I can't believe he came from that way. It's exhilarating to have an experience like that, but it's very deflating at the same time to have him that close. On the ground. I mean, I could hear him breathing. He was so close. It's about 11 in the morning right now, and I'm getting ready to make my final approach to get to my location for this afternoon. It's a spot that has a scrape, which kind of sits in an overlapping region between a couple of different core areas. The biggest challenge is getting in there clean. It's really tough, and most likely there's going to be at least one of the trails that I'm just going to have to walk on. It's a deer trail, but there's a lot of different directions that those deer could come from. I'm hoping to get in there clean enough, just trying to minimally touch vegetation so that I can hopefully get a couple sits out of it. Wind's pretty calm, but when it does blow, it's in a good direction for this spot. And any thermal activity at the beginning and end of the day is also pretty good, and it sets up really nice for the next couple of days' winds as well. So I'm going to be really slow going in there. There's really only one tree I can sit. I got a picture of it saved on my SpartanForge app, so I know exactly how many sticks I need, exactly how I need to get up in that tree. I've been visualizing it all the whole drive here. As long as the sign looks good, I'll set up there and hopefully have a good one come through. quick little update. I've been bouncing around a little bit just based on the wind direction, and last night didn't quite get the deer on camera, but I had a really nice buck, 55 yards, just skirting one of those transition lines, and he wasn't going to come any closer, so I tried snort wheezing just to, see what would happen. Nothing to lose at that point, really. And he looked over my direction for about a second or two, and then just turned and ran into the swamp. So today I'm just continuing to play a good wind where I think there could be cruising. There's fresh sign in a lot of areas where there's does. I mean, I'm seeing deer every day, mostly just does and younger bucks with the occasional bigger one. So I'm moving up, it's mid-morning, into an area where now that the sun's kind of rising and adding some thermal upward drafts, and we have also like a southerly wind that's enhancing that, there's a decent spot that I should be able to set up. I'm going to set up on the ground probably, but it could be a really good location.